Thank you to Sony for providing an early copy of MLB The Show 19. Happy MLB The Show 19 launch day, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally here. I'm so happy to be on the Diamond Dynasty screen again, looking at all of these different ways to play the game, looking at all these ways to get rewards. This is exactly what I want. Now, I realize a lot of you guys might be new to the game this year. You might not have played Diamond Dynasty, or even people that have played the game a little bit might have got a little bit confused when they got into the mode because there was a lot going on that might have been unfamiliar. But basically in this video, I'm going to break down one section of Diamond Dynasty, and that's going to be collections. Collections are a very simple concept. Basically, there are different items in the game, players, equipment, stadiums, all those different things. Certain collections are going to be a set of things, and if you get every card that goes into that set, you will get a reward. Now, when you collect a card, you still get to keep the card, but you can no longer sell him. So there's a difference between collecting and exchanging. Exchanging is a whole other thing we're not talking about here. Any card that you collect, you still get to keep, you can still use, you just can't sell it. And so mainly in this video, I just wanted to go over what the rewards are in this live series collectors tab. There's a bunch of different collections in the game. The starter collections, these are small, bite-sized collections. These are pretty easy to do. You don't really need to learn too much about those. Featured programs, you really don't need to go here if you're doing the program, just kind of ignore this tab. Legends and flashbacks, these are things you kind of can just look back on, or check back on, I should say, throughout the year. If you have 5 or 10 breakout players that you have that you can just lock in, then you might be able to get some packs out of it. Stadiums, you need to collect all the stadiums in the game if you want to get polo grounds. Unlockables and equipment, these are all the, bats and batting gloves and all the different equipment you can get, and then your created player stuff. But like I said, I mainly want to focus on the live series collector tab because this is the tab where you are going to get some really nice rewards. I mean, if you look at that top reward, which we're going to get to by the end of the video, you can see this is the type of guy that you want to get on your squad. So going to this screen, every single team has their own individual collection. Every division has their own collection. Every league has their own collection. And then of course, the overall major league has their collection as well. So here I am on the Dodgers. If I collect 10, I get 200 stubs, 2,000 XP. 20 gives me 200 stubs, 2,500 XP. And then if I eventually collect all of the Dodgers, I'll get 500 stubs and 3,500 XP. So there's 40 total Dodgers players. Let's go ahead and collect the guys that I have right now just to see how many I can actually get right here. Looks like that's all I have. So I have about 14 at the moment. So I'm going to get the progress for that collect 10 mission there in the bottom left. And then it'll add the XP, the stubs to my account. Boom, we're good. Now, if you collect all of these Dodgers players, you're going to be getting this guy right here, 92 overall Oral Hershiser. So once again, you put all of the cards into the set, this set being the Dodgers Live Series, you are going to get a reward, and this is a really good Legend Pitcher reward. So that's pretty much how collections work. So I'm going to go to every team, show you their collection reward, show you every division, every league, and then ultimately show you the final reward at the end. So taking a look at the Padres, there's 40 guys to collect. The ultimate reward is 88 overall 2009 All-Star Adrian Gonzalez. Good numbers against righties, really nice discipline, good fielding as well over at first base. This is a nice lefty bat to have in your lineup. The San Francisco Giants have 40 guys on their roster, and once you collect all of them, you're rewarded with an 83 overall Orlando Cepeda 1958 hardware card. Not the best card in the world. He's a first baseman. There's a lot of really good first basemen who have better hitting than this. So this is just one of those cards that you just have to be like, all right, well, I got him on my way to something else. The Colorado Rockies have 35 players, and the reward is going to be an 86 overall postseason Carlos Gonzalez, another lefty bat, pretty even hitting across the board, really nice arm strength at 93, 75 speed, a pretty well-rounded card, honestly. And then the last team in the NL West is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks, as you can see right here. 80 overall Mark Reynolds. This card was in the game last year as well, but he has got big time power, 97, 88 power, pretty decent arm strength, 74 arm strength over at third base. He can also play first base if you need him to. So this card is going to give you a lot of pop from the right side of the plate, and that does it for the 5 NL West rewards. So now if you go here to the National League West collection, you can see here are those 5 rewards, right? You got the Mark Reynolds from the D-backs, the Cepeda from the Giants, Cargo, Soto, Adrian Gonzalez, and Oral Hershiser. You get all of these cards from completing those collections, and once you collect all 5 of those collection rewards, you get another collection reward, which is going to be a 92 overall Rob Nen closing pitcher, 2000 impact veteran card, 110, 113 hits and Ks per 9. Absolutely fire reliever right here. I think he's going to be a lot better in this year's game. All right, so now that you've got kind of the basic understanding of this, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of them. We'll go a little bit faster here. The Cardinals collection reward is going to be an 87 overall Albert Pujols. This is the 2001 hardware card. Really good hitting, 80-84 power with 105 contact. Whatever fielding, he's going to be a left fielder, so you don't need him to have the best fielding, but he can play the corner infield as well. Let's go ahead and move over here to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Their collection reward for 40 players is going to be an 82 overall Willie Stargell. So this card is similar a little bit to that Adrian Gonzalez that we saw earlier from the Padres, except Stargell is going to be a left fielder primary. First base, he's going to be able to play there as well with that bronze fielding. He'll be fine, but he's got some nice power against righties. What's next? We got the Milwaukee Brewers. 85 overall Jonathan Lucroy is going to be their reward. Shout out to Kevin G.O.D. That contact is fierce. The fielding is fierce. The speed at 38. Jonathan Lucroy, greatest catcher of all time. I don't care what anybody says. There you go, Kevin. The Cincinnati Reds has an 87 overall Dave Parker, a right fielder, 1985 All-Star card. Pretty decent hitting. Not a lot of power against lefties from the left side of the plate, you know, but really good arm, 90 arm strength with 86 accuracy and 54 speed as well. And then moving over to the last team in the National League Central, we've got the Chicago Cubs, and their collection reward is going to be an 87 overall Ryan Sandberg, 84 113 contact, really good fielding, really good speed. He's actually a double diamond, as you can see. He's got diamond hitting and diamond fielding. The power is just not there, but overall, he's a really good card. Taking a look at the National League Central, here is all of the cards that were in those collection rewards. You collect all of the National League Central, and then you're getting a 90 overall Jim Edmonds from the St. Louis Cardinals, a 2004 card, 82-99 contact, 109-69 power, 94 fielding, 81 arm strength, 58 speed. Once again, another double diamond card. Really nice power against righties. He's going to struggle a little bit against lefties, though. All right, the last division in the National League is going to be the East, so we're going to start it off with the Phillies. Collect all of the Phillies, and you're going to get an 87 overall Cole Hamels card, 2011 All-Star, 97 stamina, 84-79 hits and Ks per 9, 98 break on the circle change and the cutter. He's going to be a pretty nasty starting pitcher from the left side of the rubber. Moving on over to New York, we've got the Mets. Their collection reward is going to be the 88 overall Mike Piazza. This card was in MLB The Show 18 in the career arc. Really solid power, really well-rounded player except for the speed. He's going to be a pretty decent catcher. He might be a catcher that a lot of people use until people get some of these other signature series catchers and things along those lines, all right? Moving on to the Washington Nationals, collect all of them and then get this 86 overall Daniel Murphy, 2016 All-Star card. Really nice contact, especially against righties. Really good clutch, 111. Whatever fielding, whatever speed, he's mainly in there for his bat. That's what Daniel Murphy was known for in 2016. Then we've got the Miami Marlins. Theirs is going to be Kyle Barklaw, 81 overall rookie card from 2016. Really good hits and Ks per 9, but that control and that walk per 9, my goodness, is going to be low. 20 walks per 9? That is nutty. That is going to be so hard to throw with, but he's still going to be good when you can locate. And last but not least, we got the Atlanta Braves. Their guy is going to be Warren Spahn, 89 overall left-handed starting pitcher, four-seam, curveball, circle change, and a sinker, 113 stamina. He's been in the game for a few years now. We kind of know a little bit about Warren Spahn. So now that means let's check out the National League East. You collect all of these guys, and boom, the collection reward for the East is going to be 93 overall Eddie Matthews. Really, really solid third baseman right here, man. 86, 84 contact, 94, 109 power, 85 vision. Pretty solid fielding, 53 speed. He's going to get the job done for you. Ask Kevin G.O.D. Eddie Matthews is going to be a goon for you if you have him in your lineup. All right, so now with that being said, that is the entire National League. Let's go ahead and take a look at the National League collection rewards. So you collect the Jim Edmonds from the Central, the Rob Nen from the West, the Eddie Matthews from the East, and you get a signature series Rogers Hornsby, 99 overall diamond. He is a righty. He's a second baseman, and I'll go out and say it. This is probably going to be, for now, the best second baseman you can get in the game. 125 contact, 94-99 power with 125 vision, decent fielding, really solid speed. He is going to be a great hitter. Second base is a position that lacks a lot of hitting. He's going to be the guy. All right, so that's the National League. Now let's go ahead and move on to the American League. Over here for the Houston Astros, their reward is going to be a 91 overall Mike Scott. This guy was really good in last year's game. It'll be interesting to see how good he is in this year's game. Moving on to the Texas Rangers, we've got an 80 overall Derek Holland, a 2013 veteran card. Good stamina, whatever hits and Ks per 9, good clutch, good velo and break, but overall doesn't look like a very good pitcher in the long run. The Mariners, we got an 83 overall Carson Smith 2015 rookie card. He is going to come out of the bullpen. 93, 96 hits and Ks per 9, 93 break. Gonna be solid again. The Oakland A's are going to be giving us an 82 Raleigh Fingers, another closing pitcher in this division. 102 Ks per 9. 83 velo, 92 break. He's only got 3 pitches though, so not the best repertoire. And last but not least, the Angels, another bullpen arm, 85 overall Troy Percival from the 2001 season, 4-seam, 12-6, and a changeup. Looking solid with those 3 pitches, really good Ks per 9. Overall, this Troy Percival looks okay, but you know, I'd like a better pitch repertoire, similar to Raleigh Fingers. So the American League West, you collect all of those team rewards, Troy Percival, Mike Scott, blah, 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 and you get the Oakland A's version of Vita Blue, 1971 hardware card, 4-seam curveball, changeup, 2-seam, really good hits and Ks per 9, really good velo and break, great stamina. This guy's been in the game for a couple of years. He's always a stud, honestly. All right, moving on to the Central in the American League. For the Twins, collect all of them, you get Rod Carew, nice contact hitter, decent fielding, 89 speed from the left side of the plate. We already know a lot about Rod Carew, no need to really go into more detail there. Kelvin Herrera from the Kansas City Royals, 83, 88 hits and Ks per 9, 87 walks per 9, 99 velo, 88 break. This actually looks like a really good reliever for him being like a budget gold. He actually looks really solid. I would keep an eye on that card for a little bit, especially in the early part of the game. Alan Trammell, 89, 77 contact, 85 fielding, 75 arm strength, 73 speed. Overall, a pretty solid card, especially if contact hitters are going to matter this year. He's going to be all right. The Cleveland Indians, theirs is going to be a 91 overall Kenny Lofton. Once again, if contact hitters are good, this guy is going to be great. 113, 99 contact, 91 fielding, 98, 99 on speed and stealing. Just an absolute beast. And then last but not least, we got the Chicago White Sox, 82 overall Avisail Garcia, 2017 All-Star card. Look at that contact versus lefties, bro. 125. That is nutty. 85 arm strength, 80 speed. Pretty well-rounded card again. So the American League Central, as you guys know, collect all 5 of those team rewards, and you're going to get a 90 overall Harmon Killebrew. Big-time power, man. 104, 109 power, 84 contact. Just an absolute stud playing third base, hitting the ball out of every ballpark in this game. He's going to be good. All right, the last division, guys, the American League East. The Toronto Blue Jays, we are going to get an 84 overall Brett Cecil 2015 Impact Veteran card. The Tampa Bay Rays are going to give us a Fred McGriff 101 81 power against righties. Pretty bad fielding, honestly, but he's going to be a nice hitter, especially against righties. The Yankees, 90 overall Robinson Cano, the first World Series reward from last year in MLB The Show 18. Good fielding, good contact, decent power, 51 speed, pretty good. The Boston Red Sox, 90 overall Jacoby Ellsbury. This card's pretty similar to me for the Robinson Cano. They're kind of like really similarly built, just different positions. And then last but not least, the Baltimore Orioles will give us a 2017 breakout Jonathan Scope. Really good hitting and good defense at second base. Once again, second base, a position that lacks a lot of offense. Scope might be the guy. And of course, in the American League East, you collect all of those team rewards and you get 92 overall Joey Bats. Really big time power hitter right here. 2011 All-Star. I'm pretty sure he hit like 52 home runs this year or something like that. Just insane. 108 power against lefties. He's too good. Also got 94 arm strength, and he's got a ton of secondary positions. He can play anywhere. So now you take a look at the American League. You got Harmon Killebrew, Jose Bautista, and Vita Blue. You collect all 3 of those guys, and you get 99 overall Signature Series Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. This guy will be a lot of people's endgame catcher at the moment because Mike Piazza's decent, but Pudge has better contact, better fielding, 99 arm strength, and he's got 72 speed as a catcher. Pudge is going to be a beast. Now, before we get into the final MLB one, there is a free agent collection as well. If you collect all of them, you just get some stubs and some XP, but they do not tie into the final collection. And speaking of that final collection, you got to collect Pudge, you got to collect Rogers Hornsby, and once you do that, boom, 99 overall signature series Willie Mays. As of right now, looking like the best card in the game. Really is. 114, 117, 106, 118. The first thing I thought of when I saw this card, Immortal. I'm just gonna be straight. That's the first thing I thought of. So Willie Mays, you collect every live series card in the game. He's the guy you get, and he's worth it. So hopefully that answered a question or two you had about collections, how they work, what exactly collecting means, and it gave you an idea of what these collection rewards are going to be looking like. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, if you learned anything from it, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.